Hey everybody, it's DIY Coach Al over here at Lawn Care and Home Repair. And today I want to let you know exactly why one of the most important things you can do to keep your lawn looking good. I think she's kind of looking good over here. One of the most important things you can do to help keep your lawn looking good is to make sure you are taking proper care of your equipment. Now, with that being the case, Little Mama over here has been sending me messages that she doesn't feel like she's getting the same level of care that Spicy does. So you know what I'm getting ready to do? She is about to get a spa treatment like she ain't never had before. I'm gonna show y'all what you need to do for your lawn tractor to make sure you are getting your grass and keeping your grass popping. Hold on. You ready? It's all about you today. Go ahead and cue that music. Alrighty guys, so what we're getting ready to do is to lift Little Mama up on this lift. And just like when I'm working on my cars, you always want to make sure if you're going to lift your car up that you put a chuck behind those wheels before you lift it up, because you want to always make sure you're doing due diligence to make sure that that vehicle doesn't roll away. And this particular lift, it is specifically for zero turns and lawn tractors. And all you do is just engage and you lift, and it's going to lift it up. And I'm going to put it on its highest setting, and you may hear that clip. That is that clicking. That's the sound of that lock catching. So we're going to get this up right there. That's actually the highest setting right there. So what I'm going to now do is you need to make sure you find the ratchet, the socket that's going to fit under here to disconnect your blades. Now, what many people recommend, and I do think it's a good idea, disconnect your battery to make sure your blades don't accidentally start. That's a rare thing that happens, but it can happen. But you do want to make sure while you're under here that those blades don't start. So what I'm going to do is to try to find the socket that fits that. I know I have it somewhere. I'm going to try to find the socket that fits that, and then I'm going to take the camera off of that tripod that it's on, and I'm going to put it, see if I can put it down low so that you guys can see how we actually take the blades off. So you guys hold on a second. I'm going to go and find the socket that fits that, and then I'm going to come back and show you how we take it off. Be right back. Alrighty guys, so hopefully you can see under here. Got my socket wrench. So what we want to do is make sure we have this in the reverse. Not exactly sure what size this is. If I can remember, oh, this is a 15/16. So what we want to do is hold our blade. Now there's actually something that you can put on your mower deck that will stop the blade from moving. I'm just not using that now. Just want to get this off. It's very easy. Take that, then we take our blade off. Now what's important is you want to make sure you remember the side of the blade that you take off. And some of them will actually have it labeled top to bottom. The reason I'm giving her, oh yeah, I'm not sure if you can see, there are definitely some chips in here. When I was doing the yard, doing the renovation, I was hitting some stomps and some of everything else. So there are definitely some chips in here. So we got this off. It's the same process on the other side. And I'm gonna actually use this time to clean some of this stuff from under this deck. But we got our blade off. Now what we're going to do, I'm just going to, you know what, I may be able to get it from this side. Let's see. Can we do this? Come on. Yes, we did it. We got them both off at the same time. I didn't have to go over to the other side. So what we're going to do now is get these blades. Hey, can you guys see me? I can see you. Let's get these blades sharpened. Be right back. Alrighty, guys. I'm getting ready to use one of the most, I remember heard that word ubiquitous on the Cosby Show. Just means that it's everywhere. in a lot of places. This is probably the most ubiquitous tool that you could have in your arsenal when you are doing your yard work, taking care of your lawn tools. This is an angle grinder, and an angle grinder, you can get many different discs to put on there. You can get ones that will cut metal, that will shave metal. I do have a grinding disc that I normally use, but I saw somebody on YouTube, they used this particular angle grinder disc. This is a 4.5 inch that I have, rigid, very good brand. But this one is actually made more of like sandpaper as opposed to hard stone. And I saw that it was much easier to use. Now you're going to see some sparks fly. And I know DIY Coach Wild, as Coach Al said before, don't do as I do, do as I say. Typically you want to have your arms covered. I do have my eyes protected, but you're going to see some sparks fly. But what we want to do, be careful when you're cleaning your blades. You don't want to take off too much, but you want to make sure you get those divots and things out, and there are definitely a lot in here. So we're going to go ahead and get this done. Did you guys see those sparks fly? Yeah, one or two of them hit my arm. But like I said, do as I say, not as I do. I think I'm gonna go in and put a shirt on before I do the rest of this. You guys hold on, be right back. All right, so I went ahead and threw my road bike jacket on for when I'm out riding when it's cold outside. Okay, so we're gonna finish this. Looking good, looking good, looking good. All righty. Okay. Boy, those sparks are flying, but it is looking good. Oh yeah, she's looking good, guys. Let's take her off, and we're gonna do the other side. Yeah, she is nice and sharp. I'm not gonna touch it because it's hot, but there's still some chips in here. Not sure if you can see that. Not so much so that I think it's gonna be an issue, and I'm not sure, maybe you guys can give me some feedback. I believe this is a high lift blade that came with this. When you cut your grass, it's gonna lift it up and it's gonna push it around, move it around to allow it to mulch up inside that deck. But I wanted to definitely make sure, so see, this is the side that we just did right there. And this is the side that we still need to do. So you can see the difference there. It definitely, I like that sandpaper type of angle grinder head. I think I bought a whole box of them, so I'm gonna definitely be using those as opposed to the stone one. So we're gonna go ahead and finish getting this all nice and clean. Be right back. You guys hang in there. Alrighty guys, so I am finished this. As I said at the beginning, it is so very important to make sure you are keeping your lawn equipment in tip-top condition. Sometimes it's just the smallest things that can make all the difference in the world. You guys know I'm a retired pastor, forever Christian, and as the scripture in the Bible says, it is the little foxes that can really spoil the whole vine. So it's the little things that we take for granted that can actually be the difference between having poorly operating equipment and really nice operating equipment. It felt like I was not, a lawn tractor typically goes slower than a zero turn. Lawn tractor goes about 5, maybe 6 miles an hour. Zero turn, 7, maybe 8 miles an hour. And if you get a professional grade, you can actually get one that goes faster than that. But this is only going about 2 miles an hour when I put a cut on the yard the other day. So I thought I was going to have to change out some components. But I think what happened, I checked the spark plug and it was a little loose. And that spark plug is responsible for making sure you get that consistent air to gas mixture going to your engine. So I think I'm good with that now. Want to show you guys what I use. This, I believe, this is from Harbor Freight. This is a lift, once again, for your zero turn or your lawn tractor. Definitely make sure, excuse me, you know the weight of your zero turn or your lawn tractor, because they are weight specific. This one, I believe, will lift up to 500 pounds. And with the engine on a lawn tractor, it's at the front of the tractor. So this is going to be the heaviest part. This lifted it up with ease. And what I like about this one, it's all foot pump actuated for you to lift it up and for you to put it back down. The wheels definitely lock in place. Over here, what I use to get the blade off of the deck is a 5/16 socket. Now this is a 1/2 inch impact wrench. And I also have one that's a 1/4 inch. I actually use both of these because I had to end up putting the blade back on the pulleys. So I have a 5/16 impact wrench. I have a 1/2 inch impact driver. And this is an angle grinder. As I said before, this tool, I have a bunch of tools. I'll throw a picture over here to show you the tools that I have in my arsenal. Have a bunch of tools because I do car repair, I do home repair, and I do lawn things. So I have to have a lot of tools. This is one of the tools that if you're going to do any kind of work, you want to make sure you have a good circular saw, an angle grinder, and a drill driver. And what I use most of the time now is my impact driver. But if you want to do something like this, you want to make sure you have the right equipment. The other thing I have over here, this is a DeWalt pack out. It has so many, this is a deep socket set that will allow you to get inside your motor to get that spark plug off if you're going to change the spark plug. And everything is actually sitting on this Black & Decker workbench. This has really been a game changer for me ever since I got this. It holds, I want to say, up to 300 pounds. It's very easily collapsible. And what you saw me using to hold the blade as I was sharpening it is just a basic vise that you can just clamp on to anything. It's good so that you can hold your blade or anything else that you're working on to keep it from moving. Guys, I enjoy doing this kind of content. I enjoy bringing you all this kind of content. I tell my wife on a regular basis, I think in another life I must have been a general contractor because I love doing things like this. And I love bringing this content to you. You guys do me a favor, leave me some comments, anything you have to say, anything you saw that I did that you would like to see more information about, let me know. Anything you disagree with, definitely let me know that too. I'm open for feedback. Guys, you know what I always love to tell you. I really do love you. You would not believe how many patients I see in a day who say, Mr. Lewis, you are the only person in my life at 65 years old that says I love you, and I believe it comes from the heart. It does come from the heart. I really do love you. Other thing I want to say, guys, if possible, go out of your way today to do something for somebody who can't do anything for you in return. Can I tell you guys something about DIY Coach Al? My wife and I, we will put a post on our local social media, and if people can't afford to get something done to their home that they really need to get done, we actually go and do it for free. And this is not something that I ever talk about because it's something that we enjoy doing. I don't just talk this, I live this, and you can live it also. We grew up dirt poor, 8 children, grew up on welfare, and God has been a blessing to me, and I believe in paying it forward. That's why I say, even if you have to go out of your way to do something for somebody, do it for somebody. The other thing that I have been led to say to you, we are living in divisive times. If you're a Democrat, you have to hate Republicans. If you're Republicans, you have to hate a Democrat. If you're independent, then you need to choose a side. All you need to do is operate in love. By this one thing will all men know that you are my disciples, when you have love one towards another. Love you. You guys pay it forward. DIY, Coach Al out. Y'all have a blessed day. Remember, we're destined to win. God bless you.